The Book of Enoch, a tome of mystique and controversy. Its exclusion from canonical scripture is a puzzle of historical significance and ecclesiastical caution. But why? To understand, we must journey back to the early days of Christianity, a time of doctrinal flux. Confusion reigned as the nascent church sought to solidify its teachings. Unity demanded uniformity. Truth required consensus. The Book of Enoch, rumored to be as old as the patriarch it's named for, presented an alternative narrative, one filled with celestial rebellion and forbidden knowledge, stories of angels who dared defy divine order. These narratives threatened to unravel the neat tapestry of early Christian doctrine. Scholars and church leaders alike feared its implications. Rebellion, even in myth, posed a seductive danger. The book's most contentious parts involved the Watchers, angels who descended upon earth, intertwining their fates with humankind, imparting wisdom and chaos. This lore directly contradicted the emerging orthodoxy, which preached strict monotheism and a clear demarcation between divine and human realms. The Book of Enoch's depiction of cosmic interplay posed a risk too great for a church striving for order amidst spiritual pandemonium. Then there is its esoteric content, arcane knowledge, astronomy, cosmology, and the workings of the universe from an ancient perspective. It was a Pandora's box. For a church consolidating power, the release of such enigmatic wisdom could be seen as opening a door to divergent interpretations that could splinter the faithful and ignite schisms. As the boundaries of the biblical canon formed, decisions were pragmatic. The Council of Laodicea, in 363 AD, was pivotal. Texts were weighed on theological and doctrinal scales. The book's ambiguous authorship and murky origins did not help its case. It lacked apostolic endorsement and certainty of inspiration. The judgment was clear. The Book of Enoch was to remain in the shadows, yet cast out but not forgotten. The book persisted beyond the realms of clerical decree. It found refuge in the Ethiopic tradition, its teachings preserved and revered. Meanwhile, in Europe and the East, the whispers of its verses echoed in secretive circles, a testament to its enduring allure. The Book of Enoch's banishment was not merely an act of suppression, it was a strategic move, a consolidation of narrative authority in a world spinning with interpretations. The stakes, unity against the chaos of countless beliefs, vying for a place in the burgeoning Christian identity. A paradox indeed. A path to understanding was obscured to ensure unity. Thus, the ancient scripture lay awaiting rediscovery. An enigma enticing the seekers and the skeptics even today. The Book of Enoch. 5 sections. Sprawling visions, stark warnings, yet missing from the canonical Bible. An enigma, an anomaly, a deliberate omission. Why was this ancient text excised from sacred scripture? To understand, we must reach back through history. Pull at threads often left abandoned. First context, ancient Judaic sects, fragmented beliefs. In this swirling milieu, Enoch emerged. Some sects embraced it, seeing prophecy, seeing universal truths within its cryptic words. Others, unease gnawed at them. A text, too revelatory, too chaotic for a burgeoning faith. It laid bare angels' cosmic warfare. It charted the heavens with the precision of an ancient astronomer. It detailed apocalyptic visions not found elsewhere. Dangerous? Perhaps. Fast forward. Early Christianity. Around the first few centuries CE, a religion teetering between fragmentation and unity, ecclesiastical leaders facing a conundrum, numerous texts vying for acceptance, clashing narratives threatening cohesion, authority in question. The answer seemed clear. Consolidate. Establish an orthodox canon. Leave out the contentious, embrace the harmonious. Enter the Council of Nicaea 325 CE. crafted foundations of the New Testament. The Book of Enoch absent from their list. An implicit strategy revealed itself. Remove writings too incendiary, too conflicting with established doctrine. A narrative must remain unbroken, seamless. Yet the book carried on. It should have vanished, sunk into obscurity. But it lived on. Far south, Ethiopia preserved it, a cornerstone of its orthodox tradition. Reverence keeping its flames kindling. Europe and Eastern circles, too. There, amidst clandestine gatherings, whispers of Enoch entwined with mysticism and burgeoning esoteric beliefs. Alchemy, Kabbalah, Theosophy, esoteric seekers finding harmony amid its cryptic verses, centuries unfolded. The Reformation breathed fresh vigor into inquiries suppressed. Enoch re-emerged, a specter unto a new age of seekers, skeptics, and scholars. Its appeal undiminished. Why did it endure? Because it offered what orthodoxy couldn't, an unfiltered glimpse into otherworldly realms, angels fallen and fighting, secrets of creation communicated in arcane verse. Terrifying, alluring, opening paths unseen. So, the banishment was not mere censorship. It was power in action, a preservation of unity, buying stability at a cost. The paradox remained. Unity through omission. The quest for spiritual understanding stymied for cohesion's sake. Enoch lay in waiting, veiled but never silenced. Its mystery, its knowledge, unstoppable. A testament to humanity's endless thirst. For truth, for exploration, for the forbidden. In the shadowy corridors of religious history, the Book of Enoch looms large, a tantalizing enigma. Initially revered by early Jewish and Christian communities, it vanished from the biblical canon, ensnared by a web of secrecy. To many, its removal signals more than mere ecclesiastical housekeeping. It is emblematic of power dynamics, power exercised through omission. To deconstruct the exclusion, we must journey to the nascent stages of Christianity and Judaism. Around the 1st centuries AD, chaos, disorder, competing doctrines vied for dominance, a challenge for nascent orthodoxy. Unity was paramount. To safeguard the fragile fabric of belief, the line had to be drawn. With a fine scalpel, church fathers chose texts, sculpting a unified message, one devoid of potentially destabilizing narratives. Enter the Book of Enoch, a text rife with cosmic battles, celestial hierarchy, and apocalyptic visions, angels in revolt, giants born of unholy unions, secrets of the cosmos whispered amongst the ancient lines, all compelling. Yet for the early Christian orthodoxy, perhaps too compelling, too radical, too destabilizing. It offered an uncensored peek into the divine machinery, hidden knowledge that could shatter the carefully curated biblical canon. The spiritual dynamite embedded in Enoch was a risk, a schism waiting to unfold. So, it was obscured, relegated to the shadows of the pseudepigrapha, effectively buried. Safety in simplicity, stability through exclusion. Yet, the core of the Book of Enoch proved resilient. Like a seed beneath concrete, it germinated in obscurity. Centuries later, it caught the fervor of modern scholars, archaeologists, and scribes. Its reappearance wasn't just literary. It was electric, a revival reverberating through academia and spiritual circles alike. The reasons for its resurgence reveal much. Humanity's innate hunger for the forbidden, a need to transcend the ordinary boundaries of perception. Some perceived in Enoch a lost piece of the divine mosaic, others a mere relic of mythical storytelling. Its lack of official recognition rendered it seductive, knowledge deliberately withheld, thus more precious. In the contemporary quest for understanding, the appeal of Enoch continues unabated. It offers alternatives to mainstream interpretations, challenges existing paradigms. It fascinates with tales untold, unveiling cosmic secrets long hidden. The more enigmatic the text, the deeper the pursuit. No censorship can quiet such curiosity indefinitely. Why endure? Because it appeals to a deeper, unquenchable thirst for truth, an echo of Adam's bite into the forbidden fruit, a testament to humanity's relentless pursuit for what lies beyond the horizon, unseen, unexplored, uncensored. Enoch is more than a book. It's a cipher to the mysteries of belief itself. The search, endless. The discovery, inevitable. The Book of Enoch, a tome as enigmatic as it is illuminating. Its very existence challenges the monolithic narrative of the sacred canon. Canonical exclusion transformed it into a tantalizing enigma. Why was it struck from the biblical record? Why did the early church fathers deem it unworthy? Enoch's narratives paint a cosmic tapestry, a world where angels tread earth and secret knowledge is passed in whispers. The text traverses dimensions. It is allegory and revelation, history and myth. It describes the fall of angelic beings, the Nephilim, and visions of divine realms. It offers tales of cosmic order and divine judgment. But such visions posed a threat. The threat was not just theological, though it contradicted foundational doctrines. It was power. Knowledge outside the accepted dogma undermines authority. The Book of Enoch empowered individuals to explore spiritual realms independently of ecclesiastical intermediaries. A dangerous autonomy, a disruption to religious hegemony. Consider the timing. Circa 4th century. The Council of Nicaea. Boundaries were drawn. Doctrine codified. Christianity institutionalized. Anything divergent, dangerous. Enoch's visions contradict the celestial order defined by orthodoxy. Its angels, errant servants, its universe, a playground for the divine and the fallen. Yet Enoch endured, in secret, in dissent, preserved in Ethiopia, cherished by the Eastern Orthodox. In silence and shadows it spoke, an echo through time. Historically, its dissonance rested not only in content but methodology. Enoch invited mystical interpretations. It infused Judaic tradition with apocalyptic and esoteric themes, pre-Christian in essence, but prescient of Gnostic symbology. The price of inclusion would be doctrinal dilution, a risk unpalatable to the emerging monotheistic narratives. Beyond its banishment lies intrigue. Enoch's themes reverberate in accepted texts. The Epistle of Jude directly references it, revealing Enoch's influence despite the ecclesiastical decree. Yet it remains outside the canonical thresholds, a nodal point of contradiction and continuity. Modern interest isn't mere curiosity. It is an intellectual insurgency against the rigidity of received wisdom. Those who delve into Enoch question the codification of sacred scriptures. They imagine alternative spiritual landscapes. They seek the unrefined ore of ancient thought, before theological refinement polished away its raw mysteries. Today, Enoch's words resonate with those seeking what's untamed, unbound. This pursuit is endless, its narratives timeless. To those thirsty for hidden truths, Enoch whispers of the forbidden, the forgotten, a cipher indeed, challenging the seeker to unlock mysteries, unveiling a spectrum of belief, enduring, unquenchable. The Book of Enoch, exiled from the biblical canon, yet its shadows loom large, whispering secrets long buried. Why does it persist on the periphery of sacred texts, haunting our collective consciousness? Ecclesiastical forces preferred safety in orthodoxy. But Enoch's narratives, otherworldly, arcane, refuse to be contained. They're volatile. They're perilous. Imagine a world where angels take flesh, giants roam, knowledge bestowed upon humanity unbidden. Dangerous gifts that challenge divine order. Could such lore reshape our spiritual terrain? Enoch invites speculation, dares us to wonder. It's not just academic curiosity driving renewed interest. It's a rebellion, an intellectual insurrection against the rigidity of received dogma. Enoch beckons seekers of truth, those unafraid to question Scripture's sanctity. It calls upon those who dream of untamed divine realms, unpolished, raw, awaiting exploration. Today, these texts spark the imagination. The disenchanted among us hear Enoch's call, a siren's song, offering whispers of forbidden knowledge. It thrives in the margins, elevated only by those who seek the unrefined ore of primal wisdom. Yet the haunting question lingers. Why were these teachings discarded? What were the powers that be so desperate to hide? Are we to believe it was for safety, for order, or is there a deeper truth lurking beneath layers of history's dust? The Book of Enoch dares to ask, reaches across time, challenges the uninitiated, a cipher of cosmic proportions. Will you dare to decode it, or shall it remain forever in shadows, hidden, forbidden, waiting for the brave?